the end of the world.
What's up, folks? It's Sean Taylor from GeekDiaspora.com. I know I keep saying .com, and there is no .com yet, only a placeholder. Within the next 3 to 4 weeks, GeekDiaspora.com will go live, and I guarantee you it's going to be the best place on the web for transcultural discussions of geek culture. This is going to be a little bit of a different post. I don't think I'm as angry as I have in my previous, have I been for my previous 2 posts, in which I'm going to try to change being angry because my daughter says the F word now. It's probably not a good idea that she does that at 3 years old. So in this position that I'm in, as far as like outside of the realms of the web, I get asked a lot what my favorites are or what people should be watching or experiencing. For example, I got asked the other day, what's the best zombie book? World War Z, right? Max Brooks. Or what's the best zombie flick? I say 28 Days Later because that movie still freaks me out. Then the talk gets to, vampires, and I realize that I absolutely hate vampires. I mean, don't get me wrong, I loved Blade 1 and Blade 2, and I actually quite enjoyed the original Fright Night and Lost Boys, and I actually liked the new Fright Night with, whatever that dude's name, Colin Farrell, as Jerry Dandridge as more of a serial killer. It made more sense that he would like lock you in some secret rooms in his house as opposed to, let me seduce you. I mean, he was like a serial killer, which I thought was a great portrayal of a vampire. But all in all, I can't really vouch for vampires is because I watched the Interview with the Vampire and I read the Lestat books and I was like, I absolutely hate this. The pain of being the undead. I just have to feel life. I'm so sexy and romantic, and women have orgasms when I pierce their flesh with my teeth. And or it's the new Twilight, or I sparkle in the sun. Vampires in the daylight for real? I mean, come on. And it's just corny. But what I want to recommend for you to read is Octavia E. Butler's Fledgling. First off, let me put it out there, it is not her best work. If you want to get a really good sampling of the entire Octavia E. Butler project, read Kindred, Parable of the Sower, Parable of the Talents, and the Pattern Master series. If you really want to have your mind blown, read all of those, and I think you'll get a more accurate portrayal of what Octavia Butler's actual project was within the realms of sci-fi and speculative fiction. All right, but Fledgling puts up some pretty interesting questions. It talks about, what if I am an 8-year-old body, but I'm 50 years old? Do I still have sex with the guy who's 40 years old? It brings up ideas of symbiosis and parasitism, and it's one of those books where I had to read 3 times. I'm like, did I even like this book? And then she asks interesting questions. There's this group, the vampire are called the Ina, or the Ina, however you want to pronounce it, and they want to walk around in the daytime. And so they figure the best way to walk around in the daytime would be to add melanin to their skins. And so they create this vampire who's in the body of a little girl, but who's a savage beast. And that's the book. I'm not going to really get into much detail because I really don't want to ruin it for you. I don't want to be a big spoiler guy. But what I really want you to do is read the book and then comment below on what you thought of the book. And I want to have a discussion about this because I might teach a class in the spring and wondering if I should contrast that with Interview with the Vampire and talk about folk mythology or folklore, within this realm of vampires and figure out what does being a vampire actually mean.